Months 1 to 2. We've all been there. You're wearing your new shirt, you've got a notebook you've never used, and you're smiling at the security guard like he's your new best friend. First up, the honeymoon phase of your career. You're walking into that shiny office, your ID badge is still in its plastic sleeve, and you're convinced you're going to change the world with that first spreadsheet. But let's be honest, in every workplace, those first 60 days are a blur of logins and lunches you don't remember. You forget your password 3 times in one day. You learn the coffee machine better than your own job. And you realize that quick sync actually means 45-minute meeting about fonts. It's overwhelming. It's awkward. It's that feeling of trying to look busy while you wait for your laptop to update. Months 3 to 4. Now you're starting to get the rhythm. You've stopped asking where the bathroom is. You have actually completed a task without needing to ask a follow-up question. This is the era of your first real victory and your first major slip-up. You're finally making suggestions in meetings. You're sending emails that don't get flagged for grammar. But you also just sent that funny GIF to the entire company, and HR is looking at you sideways. You learn the office politics, who eats lunch at their desk versus who goes to the fancy salad bar. Your desk goes from completely empty to a chaotic nest of sticky notes, a coffee stain that's been there for a week, and that one plant you're trying not to kill. You're working hard, maybe too hard, trying to prove you're worth the salary. Months 5 to 6. You see it, the calendar invite from your manager. No title, just a time slot. It's the 6-month review, and your heart drops. Suddenly, you're reflecting on every typo you've ever made. You're mentally tallying the days you arrived 5 minutes late. You look at that project you never finished and start sweating. But here's the thing, the review isn't a trial. It's your chance to tell the boss you're actually handling the heat. You stumble through your self-assessment using corporate words like synergy and leverage. You get a meets expectations, and you feel like you just won an Oscar. You walk out of that room and realize, I'm not getting fired today. That's a win. Now you know what they actually want from you. Month 7 to 8. The novelty has worn off. The coffee isn't magic anymore. This is the grind. July and August hit, and suddenly you're deep in the trenches of a project you didn't even know existed when you started. You're handling the stuff no one else wants to do. You're working late, squinting at your screen, and realizing that unlimited PTO is a myth. Your office chair becomes a second bed. You're eating instant noodles at your desk just to save time. But you're also becoming reliable. Your coworkers aren't just Dan from accounting anymore. They're your war buddies. You complain about the broken printer like it's a shared trauma. You're tired. But you're also starting to feel like you actually belong in this chaos. Months 9 to 10. Something clicks. You've been around long enough to stop asking for permission. Month 9 is when you start owning your space. You're delegating minor tasks. You're unmuting your microphone and speaking up. You pitch a wild idea in the meeting, and this time, no one laughs. They actually listen. You're mentoring the new intern, who looks exactly like you did 10 months ago. You're explaining the company jargon that used to make your head spin. You're taking ownership of mistakes without trying to pass the blame, because honestly, you actually know how to fix them now. You look at your first email and cringe, but you also realize how far you've come. You're becoming an asset. Months 11 to 12. You can smell the finish line. It's the holiday season, it's the end of the year, and it's a mad scramble to prove you deserve that bonus. You're juggling final deadlines and trying to wrap up your year in review doc. You're buying cheap gifts for the office Secret Santa and figuring out how to act surprised when you get a candle. But there's a different feeling now. You're looking at the people who were strangers 365 days ago and realizing they're your people. You survive the endless onboarding, the accidental reply alls, and the endless spreadsheet trauma. You're no longer the newbie. You are part of the machine. You have officially survived your first year, and you're actually genuinely proud of it. So, whether you're just starting this journey or you're a seasoned pro, remember, every expert was once a beginner who just refused to quit. If you survived the first year, you can survive anything this career throws at you. Hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next step in your career journey. Thanks for watching.